Hi, I got your video. It cut off at the end. It said it stopped at like 6:08 and it was like that's the end. And then I was like, "Oh, great. Is there another one?" So I go on and I go to your YouTube page and there's just the one. So I think that YouTube videos stop or they make you cut off at a certain time. So anyway, wow, that does sound perfect. I got you a cigarette and a drink, or I got you a cigarette and something else. Oh, are you going to come tonight? That sounds awesome. So what's going to happen? I want to know what's going to happen, because if Steve's sleeping with his ex-girlfriend, like, does he know that you know that? Or does he know that other people know that? I'm just curious, because that's really unreal. Oh, sorry, Andy's heater is turning on right now, and it's going to be really loud, but I finally got more than 8 hours of sleep tonight, which is like, it's unreal. Yesterday I got up at 6 a.m. and I worked on my paper until it was due at noon. Like, I literally turned it in at 11:58, and my editors were like, "Oh, we were watching on Icon," which is like turnitin.com. "We were watching on Icon for you and we're so nervous." And I was like, oh, that sucks. Considering I actually was doing work until 4 minutes ago. But yeah, that was a fiasco. And then and then I had 40 minutes to read for class. Because I have human rights on Monday from 12:40 to 1:40. So I went to that class, and it was like, we're talking about genocide, and then I G-chatted Andy, and I was like talking to him about the genocide debate, and then we got into this huge fight about genocide, which I know like sounds scholarly, but it feels stupid fighting with your boyfriend about genocide, you know? And the whole thing was like, do you think Hiroshima and Nagasaki were acts of genocide by the United States? And I was like, no, because it was during a time of war, and I had all of these like legal definitions and human rights terms that it's not genocide, because the definition of genocide is a specific act that targets an ethnicity or religious group or ideological group, and I mean, it includes nation, but not when you're like in a time of war, when they're allied with the Nazis and they're bombing strategic like wartime factories. Like, that's not genocide. If so, what we're doing in Iraq is genocide, and what we're doing in Afghanistan is genocide, which I don't have a problem with classifying that, as long as like when the UN tries it, the definitions are right, you know, because like when I brief these issues, I'm going to look like an idiot if I say that what we're doing in Iraq is genocide, because the UN has defined it, and it doesn't fall into the thing. It's not. So we had a huge fight about that. I'm still angry about it. And then the fight, like, turned into another fight because we were having lunch together, and my friend Rumson came up to us, and he was like, "Hey, okay, did I tell you? I must have told you this, but Andy's ex-girlfriend works at the Hy-Vee gas station, and Hy-Vee is like, I don't even know what the LA equivalent is. Maybe like a medium supermarket, not like Ralph's, because Ralph's is really nice in LA, but like Albertsons, or I don't know, but they have gas stations attached to them anyway. They're supermarkets, and they're like kind of nice, but not that nice. They're like very generic, and they have like a safe. So she works there, and she goes up to my friend Rumson, and he's wearing his Iowa law sweatshirt. This is like 3 weeks ago, by the way. He's wearing his Iowa law sweatshirt, and she goes, "Oh, do you go to law school?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, what year are you in?" He's like, "I'm a 2L. "Oh, do you know Andrew Mathern?" And he's like, "No," because Andy transferred here. Like, he's not going to know that many people. And then she goes, "Oh, okay. do you know Jennifer Wang? And Rumsen's like, yeah, I love her. He was in my section. We're like really, really good friends. He's one of the gays. Like, he's so sweet and so nice. And so he's like, yeah, she's a friend of mine. And his ex is like, oh, you know, because I don't really like her because Andy and her cheated on me with each other. Who says it like that? That's ridiculous. First of all, because it's not true. And second of all, they cheated on me with each other. Like, I wasn't in a relationship with her. I can't cheat on you with anyone. So yeah, yesterday Rumsen approached Andy and I, we were having lunch, and I was like eating my baked potato, and Rumsen was like, oh, hey, I ran into so-and-so again. She won't talk to me anymore because she's terrified, because I sent her this like really nasty email saying like, how dare you talk to like my law colleagues about me and drag my name dirt. And I have to send you that email. It's hilarious because it's so eloquent, and like Nabila and Libby read it and they were like, oh my god, you're terrifying. Terrifying. One of my eyes looks bigger than the other. I just don't know anymore. So anyway, today I have class, and then I'm getting my hair cut. Look how long. Red Donkey Kong.